I'm talking about getting Instagram into your IR and why you might want to, and how I've been going about it myself, and some tools that I made that might help you do it. So the very first poll is, does your library or university actively use Instagram? That's my first question. I don't know if it'll pop up. It might. Oh, one moment. All right, so let me tell you more about myself to begin with. I am Lena Marvin. or Helena Marvin. I'm the Institutional Repository Librarian at the University of Missouri, St. Louis. And I don't love social media, so go ahead and toss that first poll on there. But we sure do use it. And it looks like a lot of you folks do and don't too. So I joined my library's outreach committee, and we're the ones who are posting to Instagram. So that's it for this poll. Today, I want to talk about what is Instagram, why would you want to put it in your IR, and some techniques and tools, and mostly my trials, because you're the only group of people who are going to care about the trials of getting this in. So that's for you. Instagram is a visual content platform. That's most of what you have in there is stuff to look at. It's showcasing student life and events. Even just our little library Instagram has lots of stuff in it that's very ephemeral. So it's driving user engagement is the whole point of Instagram. You want people to like your stuff, I guess. But I want to keep it. I want to keep it because I like providing access. We had a few colleagues in my library who do not have Instagram, and they're like, there's a cute video about, I heard there was a cute video. Where? And I'm like, it's on Instagram. They're like, I don't have Instagram. And I'm like, that's a valid life choice. You should not have to have Instagram to see this cute video. I'm going to change that. And also because I don't trust Instagram to keep my stuff. I do trust digital commons. Also, increasing the number of works in my IR is really fun, so much so that I have this scary representation of how hungry my institutional repository library really is. It just wants stuff, so I've got to go find it. So my goal was, I want a repeatable workflow that I can hand to anyone who's interested, and I will. You can have the link. And I want to set something up that's repeatable, because while I can do this for my library's Instagram, I want to do it for all the Instagrams on campus, because we had some bigwig who told everybody they should have Instagram. So we have departments that are putting stuff out. I don't know who's looking at this. I do not understand social media. You do not have to understand social media to archive it. So there are different ways of doing it. This is the trials part about what I did to try to get this working. The easiest and most official feeling way to do this is using the official user login for Instagram and having them give you a big zip of just confusing file mayhem. It's got JSON files in there. It's great. You can also do it in kind of a sketchy way, using hacker programs and on a terminal, and that's really fun, but it also breaks their terms of service. Or you could just do it by hand, which is what I did with that first video that was really cute, and I just wanted it, so I downloaded it and got it. So I did this so you don't have to. Don't do it the sketchy ways. It's a bad plan. It's a lot of fun, but don't do it. Just use the official export. Get whoever has the keys to your Instagram account and have them go and get it, because it's the cleanest way to do it. If you can't get those keys, these are backup methods, but they aren't great. I got a takedown notice, and they were like, you have to give me your phone number to fix it. And I was like, I don't have a phone number for you because I have a phone number already attached to Instagram. So I found a sketchy tool that gave me somebody else's phone number. I used that. It's fine. If you look at the history of that, you can find out that other people have made Bitcoin choices with their lives, but I didn't worry about that. They also said I had to prove myself with a selfie. I did just send them a picture of me. I'm like, I'm a person, figure it out. Good luck. So the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I don't actually understand why people love these, but it came with the slides, which I did not make. These are Creative Commons slides. Anyway, preserving institutional memory, but finding a way to keep updating these collections is going to be impossible. So I'm thinking of them as snapshots that I will revisit on occasion, or maybe never. Maybe they're just, this is what gets in and no one ever has any interest. I don't know. But it allows for opportunities to connect to other people on campus who can give me their snapshots. So that's my big hope. I don't want to overwhelm anybody. I think that's the big threat, is that we all have too many hats. So I made a tool. So if you're like, how did you do stuff? github.com/E3LA/I2DC. This is my GitHub. I put a bunch of tools in here. I didn't make the tools exactly. So vibe coding is when you ask a robot to make you software. Should you do it? I'm not here to talk about that. So one of the big differences is vibe coding versus vibe engineering. Do you know anything about the tools you're trying to put together, or do you just want the robot to do stuff? I'm happy to tell you what my workflow was, but you also don't have to worry about it. When I took the big export from Instagram, I put it into tools made by AI that I've now made available to you, where you upload the zip and it gives you back zips full of a sheet of all the files, all the media files, and a spreadsheet that looks an awful lot like what you can upload to Digital Commons, because that's what I wanted. Something where it has every file name formatted how you want it, every abstract is just whatever posted along with it, and that's cool. There's 3 kinds of files that come out of Instagram: posts, reels, and stories. Stories are the most ephemeral of the kind of things you can put up. Reels are movies. They're usually vertical. Maybe they can be 3 minutes now. And posts that are just kind of static images unless they're animated. So do I want to batch upload posts? Yeah, I do. My library had 855 JPEG files and 5 MP4s in our posts. And I was like, all right, that looks cool. For reels, we had 25 video reels. And weirdly, it came with subtitles. Not in English, no. There was gibberish. There was 6 glitched subtitles that don't have any information in them. And then there were 2 in Spanish. No one in my library who was working with Instagram speaks Spanish. Instagram was just like, we want these in Spanish. I don't understand. Whatever, it's great. So now I have all of those files. And stories, which is this purposely ephemeral thing, they just look really weird. Don't put those up, because it's other posts with graphics on top of them, and it's ugly. So I'm like, you know what? If it's meant to be ephemeral, it's meant to be ephemeral. I'm gonna let stories go, because I do not want to review these, and I do not want to introduce this much trash. I've already made weird choices pulling Instagram in, so I got limits. So again, I thought, what's the hardest stuff to deal with first? It's the videos. So I worked with my reels first, but it's also my smallest number. So you can find my Instagram reels in my institutional repository.umsl.edu/Instagram. It's up there. I thought through, what do I want to call the collection? How do I want to deal with it? I don't know. I made my choices. You can look at it and be like, hey, your choices were wrong, please change it. And I probably will, not just because of the peer pressure, but because this is kind of avant-garde. If you have any ideas on how I can make it better, I'd love to. Earlier I mentioned I have that tool set. When I put the little reels in, only 2 of them had talking in the videos. Most of them were little slideshows with music. But the 2 that had talking and had Spanish subtitles but no English subtitles, I was like, this doesn't work for me. I need the subtitles. So in my tool set, There's AI-generated transcripts that I have reviewed, but also made, and you can have that tool as well. So like, yeah, that's fun. All right, I guess it's probably time for Q&A time. I don't know. Oh, I had so many polls and I didn't run any of them. If you want to do like the last one or toss it up there or any of them, that's fine. Because I don't know if you can like see all the polls. I forgot. Has anybody vibe coded? I think that's my first question. Like, has anybody tried? Yeah, it's fun. After seeing this, what do you think? Are you gonna try it? Maybe 50-50? I like that. All right. Yeah, you can absolutely email me your questions. It's been an interesting process. Oh, the other tool I got was AI-generated alt text for all of the images. That's still a very hands-on process, but it's easier than you might think. Right. Now I'll actually stop.